Happy Easter, everyone. So we are getting ready for Easter. My husband's family, they come up with a menu and then everyone partakes in preparing the food and they split the menu up. So I am in charge of making the carrots, the green beans, and the mashed potatoes this year, and a dessert. So we're taking 2 cakes, 1 carrot cake, 1 chocolate cake, baby glazed carrots, green beans, and just traditional mashed potatoes. So for the glazed carrots, this is a simple recipe, and this is what you need. You need 2 bags of baby carrots, the 16-ounce bags. So I have the 2 bags that I put back here in the bowl. Rinse them, put them in a bowl. You need 4 tablespoons of butter, 4 tablespoons of packed light brown sugar, 1 cup of water, and then salt and pepper to taste, which you're going to put in at the end. So those are the 4 main ingredients: the carrots, the sugar, the butter, and the water, salt and pepper to taste. So let's get started. It is so easy to make these. You're going to want to make them for every holiday from now on. So I'm calling these Easter glazed baby carrots. Let's get started. Okay, so you're going to want a pan that's going to be able to fit the baby carrots pretty much evenly flat. You don't want a big pile of carrots stacked up in the middle. So this is a nice, what size is this? This is a 4-quart saute pan. It's pretty deep for a saute pan, but it's a 4-quart saute pan. And you need a lid. So I have this lid here. And what we're going to do is we're going to pour in the 1 cup of water. You're going to put this on a medium high. So I'm going to put it on like a 7 if your stove goes from low to 10, 1 to 10. And you're going to put in the 4 tablespoons of packed light brown sugar. Just like that. And I'm going to get my whisk to help that dissolve. Look at that. That's so pretty. Okay, so we're going to help that dissolve. Okay, that's good enough. It'll break up as it starts to boil. And then you are going to take your 4 tablespoons of butter. You can use salted or unsalted. It doesn't make that much of a difference. But if you're using salted, just try your carrots before you put salt at the end, because you don't want them to get too salty. Just give this a mix. Help the butter melt down a little bit. I'm going to need a fork to break up these. There we go. Trying to break up those clumps of sugar. Once it starts boiling and simmering, they'll break up, but okay. And then you're going to put in your 2 16-ounce bags of baby carrots. Just like that. And then just spread them out as evenly as possible. And now what you want to do is you want to cover this. You're going to crank it up to high and you're going to let it come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, you're going to put it down on low and you're going to let it simmer for 15 minutes. Then you're going to give them a stir, cover them back up, bring them back up to a simmer, and let them simmer for another 12 minutes. And then they should be perfectly done, depending on how tender you like your carrots. So I'll show you once it starts boiling. Okay, so if you see, it just started to boil. See that? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it down to low, cover it, and put the timer on for 15 minutes. All right, so the 15-minute timer just went off. So we're going to give these a check. I'm going to give them a stir. You want to give them a stir and bring them back up to a boil and then put them down to simmer for the next 12 minutes. Second timer just went off. Okay guys, so these have been simmering for 28 minutes. They are tender, as you can see. The fork goes right through them. So now I'm going to uncover it, put it on high, and let some of that liquid evaporate. And you will end up with yummy, delicious glazed carrots. And you want to do a little salt and pepper at the end. But I just turned it up all the way to high. I'm going to let some of this liquid evaporate, and you'll be left with nice, glazed, yummy carrots. So they simmered for 28 minutes covered. So now, because the carrots are done and I don't want them to turn to mush, I'm going to scoop the carrots out and put them in. I'm putting them in an aluminum tray because we could take them to go very easily. And I don't have to worry about bringing home a ton of dishes. And I'm going to let that juice down there evaporate. Remember, there's sugar, water, and butter in there. And we want some of that water to evaporate, and then you will have your glaze. But the carrots are done, so I'm just scooping them out. And then once the water evaporates, we'll pour the glaze right over the carrots. Okay, so over here I have this boiling pretty high because I want some of that water to evaporate. And over here I scooped out the carrots and I just have them in this tray that we're going to use to transport them nice and easy. And then once we pour the glaze, we'll give them a toss, salt and pepper, and done. Okay, so if you look, if you tilt it to the side, it's been 5 minutes. See how it starts to come back slowly? It's thickening up, turning into a glaze. That's what you want. So 1-2 more minutes and it's done. And then we'll pour it over the carrots, salt, pepper, toss, ready to go. See that? That's exactly what you want. See how it's slowly coming back? It is now turning into a glaze. Okay, so this is done. So let's take this now, bring it over to the carrots and pour it over the carrots. The pan with the glaze. And you're going to pour this right over the carrots, just like this. Yummy glaze. Make sure you get all that goodness out of there. Just like this. All right. Simple. Could not be easier. Okay, so you have the glaze in there. Just take a little bit of salt, sprinkle it over the top, just like this. Okay. And you're going to take some fresh cracked black pepper. That's it, my friends. You have simple baby glazed carrots. Now, let's give one a try. Like that. Nice. Mmm. Perfect. They have some sweetness to them, butteriness. They're soft. They're delicious. Simple baby glazed carrots. Cover these, and my mother-in-law always has like those old-fashioned heating trays where you come, you arrive, they're plugged in, they're nice and warm, and you put your tray right on top of the heating tray. And all the food stays warm while we eat appetizers and chit-chat for a couple hours. Everyone sits around the coffee table in the living room, chit-chatting, having snacks, and then time to eat. So this will stay nice and warm on the heating tray until it's time to eat. Thanks for watching. Bye.